What's up, guys? It's Katie, and we are back for another episode of Quick Scope, presented by Scuff, right here on the Florida Mutineers channel. The Stage 4 Major did not disappoint, guys. Let's take a look at some of those big headlines. And, well, you got to mention Atlanta FaZe first. They've been in every single Cold War Grand Final, and they've won 3 of them, netting their 3rd over the weekend. A congratulations to them and their dominance. And, well, Dallas Empire, perhaps an unexpected contender in that Grand Final, but they made the push through losers to bring FaZe all the way to a map 9. Dallas, certainly the most impressive transition from online to LAN. But what would have happened if Subliners had had a scene? He was not able to get to Texas. So who knows how that bracket shakes out if New York comes out in full force? We could honestly spend all day talking about this major because of how good it was, but there's a few talking points I really want to lean into. The first one is the disastrous hoop experiment for LA Thieves. It has been a fumbled bag from the very beginning. He had just won champs with Dallas. Everything looked great. And then at midnight, he gets benched by his team. He ends up getting transferred to Thieves, where things don't really go well, and then he gets benched. And on the same day he gets brought back onto the Thieves starting lineup, he releases a video trying to give his side of the story in what went so wrong with Dallas.
Pros have been saying about me, which has been interesting to say the least.
Well, come the major, rumors are swirling, people are taking sides, and Hoop doesn't show up for a COVID test, everything goes wrong, and he's not able to play in Thieves' losers round 1 match, and they end up getting eliminated.
He will. It's a Gorillas victory.
Krim has already stated that he was waiting until after the major to come out with his side of the story. But suffice to say, there are many questions waiting to be answered, and this is not a drama that is going to go away anytime soon. Another drama, perhaps not quite on that level, but maybe more important. The schedule, the formatting, it might be good for viewers, but it is not good for the Grand Finals matchup. There is a clear advantage for the team coming from losers bracket. They are warmed up, they have confidence, they have momentum, and they are playing well as a team if they are getting to the Grand Final from losers. And we know how important confidence can be to teams in Call of Duty. The team coming from winners has no one to scrimmage. They have no one to warm up against. They sit cold and wait for hours while they watch these teams play. When almost 3 majors in a row you had the winner coming from losers, there is something wrong there. Most teams have acknowledged it at this point, so I do hope that the CDL is looking into potentially making changes to create a more even playing field for that Grand Final. And, well, Dallas, they were the team that came from losers, eliminating Optic Chicago in a fiery losers semifinals. But would Optic have even made it to the semifinals if New York had been there with Asim? Asim has been a standout player for New York through the entirety of the year. A player who wasn't even originally on a starting roster and has now become New York's best player, not able to make it to the major, and it was a crucial blow to that team. Now the seeding for champs is really up for grabs between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So how that falls down and what happens for that seeding remains to be seen. But I'm very excited for Asim to get back into the lineup for New York for Stage 5 and show us why he's one of the best in the league. Let's take a second to show some love to our sponsor, Nature's Bounty. Recharge your brain fast, guys, and improve your reaction time with Nature's Bounty Brain HP. A new cognitive health dietary supplement designed for gamers 18 plus with no caffeine, so there will be no jitters. Check out the link in the description for 15% off. As we do on every Quick Scope, we bring in Tom Ryan, aka Ogre2, the general manager of Florida Mutineers. Tom, what's up?
Hey Katie, not too much going on over here, just happy to be home in the great state of Florida.
Neptune's always had a ton of potential, but it seemed like his decision-making struggled. That was not the case here in major number 4, Tom. So what happened behind the scenes to help him develop his decision-making and take over?
He had been grinding Search and Destroy a lot previously, like in the off-season. I think it was Black Ops 4 was the one he was grinding it on, but he was very familiar with that game mode, so he's always been great at that from day one. Just getting reps in with the team and getting respawn practice, his work ethic. Like, this kid He puts his head down and he grinds. Like I don't know if there's anybody in the league playing more than he does.
This was the first LAN for a lot of rookies, Tom. So were there any that really stood out to you?
I got to give a shout out to Crim6. Played lights out this event. I think other than him, this is about what we expected. You know, the young guns on FaZe still tearing it up. You know, Neptune was going crazy. Standy had a great event on LAN. Not a surprise to me that all of the rookies did really well. But yeah, it genuinely was like all of them. I don't know if there was any of them that did poorly.
It's always great having you on the show. Thanks so much, Tom.
Thanks for having me on the show.
We always like to give a big shout out to an MVP that really stood out to us at the major. And this time, it can't be anyone else but aBeZy. His explosive aggression as an entry sub and his ability to come in clutch for FaZe helped them win key moments, especially in that grand final. So to aBeZy, congratulations on your 3rd win of the year, and congratulations to Atlanta FaZe. Our MVP, no contest. Social media never seems to disappoint during a major, especially when it comes to Call of Duty. And well, unless you were hiding under a rock somewhere, it was impossible to miss the way Crim6 flamed Formal after he eliminated them. Dallas knocked Optic into losers and eliminated Optic, and Crim let loose on the timeline. Guys, if you missed it, go take a look. It is very spicy. Speaking of spicy, Clayster had choice words for a cameraman who seemed to be rejoicing in his struggles after New York was eliminated. Clay looked at the camera, told him to F off, and took to Twitter to complain about it. To be fair, CDL said that they were going to deal with that in quick fashion, so maybe no harm, no foul, but certainly watching Clayster go off is always a good time. Before I sign off, I want to talk about who I thought was most improved in this stage, both from a player and a team perspective. The player for me is pretty easy. It's Neptune. We knew that he had the talent, but we wanted to see the high-level COD gameplay and thinking to go along with it, and that's exactly what he gave us at this major. Neptune has really matured as a player, and you cannot help but give him props for it. As a team, Dallas Empire, they had the best online to LAN transition. Illy stepped it up. Shotzzy was the juggernaut we know him to be. Vivid synchronized into the team flawlessly, and Crim6, he had one of the best performances he's had all year. So Dallas Empire, congratulations to you on an incredible run, and Neptune maturing into an amazing Call of Duty player. Let me know who you think was the best in Stage 4, who you were impressed by most in the comments. Thank you so much for joining us for another Quick Scope presented by Scuff Gaming right here on the Florida Mutineers channel. If you haven't already, guys, like, subscribe, and comment to the channel. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. And they were some spicy tweets. I think he called him a fat Jack Black, among other things. Wow.